Hello, YouTubers out there, and today is going to be a pretty short short tutorial day. We're only going to be touching on a couple subjects. Today I wanted to do a quick little review on my colleague's short film, For Frank, which is on YouTube. It's an independent film. It's very underrated and very unknown, and it's just an experimental horror-like thriller. 5 to 6 minute short, and I really just wanted to talk about it for a little bit because even though it was made by a colleague of mine that has not yet been recognized for his creative talent, I just wanted to emphasize how much it has been an influence for me in terms of searching inward and trying to figure out my creative self in pertaining to my own short films that I wanted to make. His film is called For Frank. You can look it up on YouTube. And I wanted to do a film review on it before I delved into talking about any real legitimate films that have been released this year that are being raved about right now. Just because me and my friend Zach, who made For Frank, are trying to create a series of short films together in months to come, very soon. We're actually in the middle of one right now, in the process of making a picture right now about it's a thriller in itself, but it's trying to convey and is trying to follow a feature-length format as much as possible. But For Frank it's about a 6 minute short, and Zach was very, very thorough in getting the few characters that he had, getting the budget, the low budget that he had, the no budget essentially, and the few characters. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's really just him and a female comrade, a girl that he went to college with, that was able to assist him in the filming portion. He was filming her. He directed and wrote it himself, and she essentially plays a girl that is stowing away and living and mourning over the death of her husband inside of a house that she lives alone in, that she hasn't left in years. And essentially, strange things are going on especially once she is repetitively hearing a knock at a door, and she receives a package from the reference of a stranger at the door who ends up quickly leaving a package for her that has a painting on it, a very classical historical painting, which really intrigued my eye from the beginning of the film once it was introduced. And pretty much what we know from this point on, once we really notice what Zach's doing in this short film over the progression of about 6 minutes, once you get about the 2:30 mark, you know that once she starts talking to this painting, that there's a symbolic reference and a metaphor, pretty much implying that the painting represents her husband that passed, the ghost of her husband, the spirit of her husband, what have you. And this essentially ends up backfiring or counteracting to the point that he almost comes to life. I'll never forget. There's a scene where it seems like within just a series of shots, it goes from the painting to there being a figure on the couch. That was very effective. That Zach did one of the most effective shots in the film. That and the pacing. Very much paying homage and tribute to films like Kubrickian style, The Shining, what have you, but in a very, very basic and short-lived way. But it was very effective. And she starts going into hysterics and essentially goes around the house seeing the ghost of her husband, and it's very effective. I see if I can put the link down here so that you can go straight to the film and check it out for yourself. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this short film. I think it could have been a lot worse, you know what I mean? And if you don't, I really highly suggest you take a look at it. But yeah, it was great. I'm really looking forward to working with Zach. His name's Zephyr Shriekle on YouTube. And I really am looking forward to working with Zach in the futures to come. We're working on a film right now called The Last Drag. We're trying to look for more of a feature-length time frame for that film, so it's going to be taking a little while, but we have future projects in mind going forward. So yeah, it's called For Frank. It's his first short film. He already has it up online. I also recommend that you look at that, and you keep an eye open for my experimental film. Very basic, very short, but also very soothing. And in terms of soothing, it's very methodical and basic for those of us that are trying to conduct and work towards the filmmaking process. Just from basic editing to shots to how to pretty much invent a basic, simple format for the context of a short film. Sisterhood is my experimental short film that you can look out for. It's coming to my website and also to YouTube very soon. So thank you very much. This is Talking Trash Productions, and in a wonderful way, with a C, this film was 100% for Frank as an independent film was 100% positive trash in a great way. It was TRASCH, not TRASH. So I hope you guys check it out, and let me know what you think. And please post comments below if you have any what have you. Thank you.